Hi everyone! Today we're going to be learning about physical and human characteristics. These are big words. We're going to take plenty of time to explore them. Right, so let's define these terms. What is a physical characteristic? This is something found that naturally formed on the earth. Some examples of these are bodies of water and landforms. So physical characteristics are things that are found naturally on the earth. Right? What is a human characteristic? A human characteristic is something that humans put on or built on the earth. So these things are not naturally found on the earth. Some examples of these are buildings or different modes of transportation, like roads, railroads, runways for airplanes. Take the time if you need to write these down or put them in your brain so we can remember these definitions for the future. All right. So how are physical and human characteristics similar and different? How are they similar? They both identify things on Earth that we use to describe how a place may look. So if you're at a place and you need to describe someone what you see, you might see a physical characteristic or a human characteristic. You might see, like, there's a river next to me or there's a building next to me. And they both can be any size. So a physical or a human characteristic isn't just small or big. They can be big or small physical characteristics and big or small human characteristics. How are these things different? So physical characteristics are naturally on the earth. They were physically already there. So humans had no involvement of the production of these things, the creation. We can change them sometimes, but we did not create them. All right. And then human characteristics are man-made. And this means that humans, people, us, built these things and put them on earth. They were not there before we were. All right. Now, since we've been studying themes of geography, which theme of geography do you all think this term would fall under? On the next slide, we're going to have a quick review of the different themes of geography, all 5 of them. Once you know which theme the physical and human characteristics fall under, raise that number of fingers in the air. We are not shouting the answer out loud. So the number is going to appear on the top left corner of each theme's box, just like this right down here. You'll see the name of the theme and a little description, and then the number in this top left corner. And when you see which one you think it is, you're going to say, oh, I think it's number 1, and I want to see this in the air, 1 finger. If you think it's the third one, then you're going to hold 3 fingers in the air, just like this. We are not shouting the answer. All right, is everyone ready? Take a quick review over the different themes and let me know which one you think it is. Is it 1, location, 2, place, 3, movement, 4, region, or 5, human environment interaction? Read the descriptions if you need to. A couple more seconds for everyone to figure out. I should see numbers in the air. All right, hands down. If you said number 2, place, you're correct. If you're not correct, that's okay because we're going to be studying this a lot. All right, so why is it place? Well, let's read the description. Place refers to a location's unique physical and human characteristics. Look at that. Our terms are right in the description. Like I said, when you're at any certain place, how would you describe where you're at to someone without using your exact location? You might look around and describe the things around you. Those things around you that you see are either physical or human characteristics. They're either there naturally, a physical characteristic, or we made and put them there, a human characteristic. So if you're at your house or on your street that you live on, A way to describe that place to someone is, my house is right next to me. My neighbor's house is right there. Or you could say, I live right next to a pond. So this is how we describe where we are to someone. Let's practice identifying physical and human characteristics. We're going to be using everything we have learned so far to identify whether the flashcard that you're about to see is a picture of a physical or a human characteristic before the answer is revealed. All right, so these are our physical and human characteristic flashcards. We're going to be using these to study identifying which one is which. So you're going to see a picture with the term in the top left corner. I'm going to read the term to you all, and then you all have about 5 seconds to identify whether it's physical, which is there naturally on the earth, or human, which means that we made it and put it there. All right, is everyone ready? Remember, we're not shouting the answer out loud unless we're alone. Here's our first one, a road. Let's look at the picture. Is this a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? All right, and the answer is a human characteristic. That wasn't there. We built that. All right, here's our next one. A field. All right, is this a human characteristic or a physical characteristic? Okay, and the answer is a physical characteristic. Fields have always been here. We didn't build those. All right, our next one is a river. Look at that picture. Is that river a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? All right, I hope you know because the answer is a physical characteristic. That has always been there. There's always been rivers. All right, our next one is a bridge. Look at that white bridge in the picture. Is that a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? All right, I'm revealing the answer. It is a human characteristic. We built that. Humans did, right? Here's our next one, a mountain. Is a mountain a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? Let's find out. It's a physical characteristic. Mountains have always been on Earth. We didn't make those. All right, our next one is a tree. Now let's think real hard. Is a tree a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? Well, let's find out. A tree is a physical characteristic. We didn't build trees. Those grow naturally. All right, we're getting to the end. A hospital building. Is a hospital building a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? All right, well, I hope you made your guess because it is a human characteristic. We build hospitals, right? All right, and our last one, a tower. Look at that. That's the Eiffel Tower. Is a tower a physical characteristic or a human characteristic? It is a human characteristic. Good job, everyone. Now, you can feel free to practice these any other time by watching the video again. I hope you learned a lot about human characteristics and physical characteristics. See you next time.